Namaste students. So now in this lecture we will be discussing about the accounting treatment and calculation of subscriptions. Before starting this chapter, let me just relate the things which we have done previously with the today's topic. Till now we have done terminologies, right? The accounting treatment of various funds and all, right? So now I'll tell you few things which you should note down. As I told you that one full-fledged question is going to come in your paper. Now there is a proper plan or proper method how we have to solve that question. First of all, please note it down. First of all, we have to make one opening balance sheet, right? First of all, we make one opening balance sheet to find out opening capital fund. As I told you that in place of capital, we always use the word capital fund in NPOs. So the first step is to prepare opening balance sheet to find out opening capital fund. Then what do we have to do? Then we have to make, if closing balance sheet, or you may say if the closing capital fund is not given to you, then you have to prepare that also. But in mostly in all the questions, closing the closing capital fund will be given to you. Then you have to prepare income and expenditure account, and then the final balance sheet. Okay, so now, but for preparing income and expenditure account, you have to cross a hurdle, and the hurdle is this one: accounting treatment of subscriptions. So the steps are: if opening capital is not given to you, then prepare opening balance sheet. Now in 90% in the cases, closing the closing balance sheet, or you may say the closing capital fund, will be given to you. Then you don't have to prepare the closing balance sheet. Then you have to make income and expenditure account and then the final balance sheet. Don't get confused. Final balance sheet is the closing balance sheet only, right? But if in case you have to prepare closing balance sheet to find out closing capital, then you have to make final balance sheet again. So that's why I told you that in almost 80% or 90% of the questions, the closing capital fund is given to you. You only have to find out opening capital fund, and then you have to make receipt and payment account if it is not given, and you have to find out cash balance, and then you have to make income and expenditure account. Now in case of income and expenditure account, one hurdle you have to cross, and the hurdle is calculation of subscription and its accounting treatment. Before starting this concept, I would like you all to just transport yourself to class 11. I could say only this thing. In class 11 I told you one rule. एक आपको रूल बताया था, एक रूल अभी आपको लास्ट लेक्चर में भी बताया है कि incomes of the current year has to be shown in the current year only, whether received in cash or not. Expenses of the current year has to be shown in current year only, irrespective of this thing whether they have been paid in cash or not. हमें कोई मतलब नहीं है, but the income and the expense should belong to current year only. As I told you in one of my video lectures, that subscriptions are the membership fee which every member has to pay annually. हर member annually pay करता है subscriptions को. So it is a kind of revenue receipt, because this income has been received by the NPO on recurring basis. No, every year करते हो, so subscriptions becomes your revenue incomes. So they should be recorded in income and expenditure also. No doubt they will form a part of receipt and payment, because receipt and payment में तो बस cash आया वो mention होना चाहिए. वो कैश किस ईयर का है, किस नेचर का है, वी आर नॉट एट ऑल कंसर्न विद दैट. बट हमें रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट से वो आइटम्स उठाकर इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में मेंशन करनी होती हैं जो आइटम्स करंट ईयर की होंगी. एंड सब्सक्रिप्शन इज वन ऑफ सच इनकम. इट विल बी गिवन टू यू इन द रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट ऑफ ऑल द ईयर्स. अगर सपोज करंट ईयर में आपको प्रीवियस ईयर की मिलती है, वो भी शो की होगी. इस ईयर में आपको नेक्स्ट ईयर की मिलती है, वो भी मेंशन किया होगा. बट योर फोकस इज ओनली एंड ओनली ऑन द सब्सक्रिप्शन ऑफ द करंट ईयर only, right? So now read the question. Following is the information relating to subscriptions of Savera Club for the year ended 31st March 2016. It means that financial year ends on 31st March 2016. This is the most important point which you need to keep in your mind, that what is the current year. Current year है कौन सा? If I am saying that the year ends on 31st March 16, then it means आपका जो current financial year था वो था 1st April 2015 to 31st March 2016. Clear? Now you are going to make the income and expenditure account for this particular period. So now see how you are going to do it. As you are making income and expenditure account, it is a nominal account. Debit side will show all the income expenses and credit side will show all the incomes. As I told you that subscription is an income for the NPO, right? So it means that subscription has to be shown on the credit side. First of all, we should be clear with this thing, okay? So it means that I need to write here by subscription. Then how much subscription I have received this year? I have received a subscription of rupees 70,000. But in this 70,000 many things are included or many things have been excluded. बहुत चीजें. This is the subscription which you have actually received in cash इस year में. But it is a fact कि इस subscription में कुछ amount ऐसा भी हो सकता है जो previous year का हो, कुछ amount ऐसा भी आपको receive हो सकता है जो next year का. So you have to do the treatment accordingly. Please listen to me very very carefully. The next item is subscription outstanding on 31st March 2015. अब देखिए ये जो सब्सक्रिप्शन है ये लास्ट ईयर की आउटस्टैंडिंग. अब आप सोचेंगे कि हम वर्ड इनकम भी बोलते हैं सब्सक्रिप्शन को एंड देन आई एम यूजिंग द वर्ड हियर आउटस्टैंडिंग ऑल्सो. Though even I am also not agree to the language which is given in the book, because incomes can never be outstanding. Incomes can always be accrued. But you don't get confused here. If the word outstanding is mentioned with the subscription, no, it means that subscription of that particular year is still due to receive. Outstanding word like generally we use for expenses, no, but in this chapter we will be using the word outstanding for incomes also. So here the word outstanding subscription means that still the subscription is due to receive. अभी तक आपको receive नहीं. Now outstanding subscription of the last year, ये last year की outstanding है. अभी आपको एक रूल बताया था कि इनकम इस ईयर की है चाहे कैश में रिसीव हुई चाहे कैश में रिसीव नहीं हुई, आप ट्रीट तो करते हैं, आप इनकम तो उसे अपना ट्रीट करेंगे ही. जैसे आपने लास्ट लेक्चर में भी देखा था कि इंटरेस्ट ऑफ रुपीज़ 900 वो भी एक्चुअली कैश में रिसीव हुआ नहीं था, बट मैंने पूरा इंटरेस्ट शो किया था 2700 प्लस 900. So similarly, this subscription of rupees 17,000 is outstanding of previous year. It means ये previous year के income और expenditure में add हो चुकी होगी. तो मुझे इस ईयर के इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में इसे इस ईयर की इनकम ट्रीट नहीं करना, बिकॉज इस 17,000 को लास्ट ईयर की इनकम ऑलरेडी ट्रीट कर लिया गया है. लास्ट ईयर ये 17,000 रिसीव नहीं हुए थे, बट स्टिल कंपनी ने एज्यूम किया कि ये जो इनकम है ये लास्ट फाइनेंशियल ईयर की है, बस अभी कैश में रिसीव ही तो नहीं हुई, तो उन्होंने फॉर श्योर लास्ट ईयर इस 17,000 को ऐड किया होगा. बट अब इस 17,000 को मुझे इस ईयर ऐड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज द 17,000 डजंट बिलोंग टू द करंट ईयर, इट बिलोंग्स टू द प्रीवियस ईयर. सो आई शुड सबट्रैक्ट रुपीज 17,000. Then the next is subscription outstanding on March 31st, 2016. Now this is the outstanding subscription of the financial year whose accounts I am making right now. I am making accounts of 2016 and this subscription is outstanding on 2016 only. It means that this is the income of the current year. Only I have not received the income in cash. But as per the rule of accrual basis, I have to account the income of the current year in the current year itself, irrespective of the fact that whether that income has been received in cash or not. Now I have not received rupees 11,250 from my members, but still this income belongs to current year only. So I'm going to treat this as my income. So I'm going to add it back. ऐसे ही ये 17,000 last year add हुआ होगा. That's why आपने इस year subtract. I hope I'm clear. Please keep noting down. Then the next is subscription received in advance. Now you have received the subscriptions in advance in 2015. 15 में जो एडवांस इनकम मिला होगा फॉर श्योर वो इनकम करंट ईयर का होगा. करंट ईयर मीन्स 16. Okay, you have received income in 2015 and advance income. If the word advance is mentioned, it means that ये जो income है, this income doesn't belong to 15, this income belongs to 2016. So logically, I should add this income in current financial year. Because this income doesn't belong to the previous financial year, I have to add it in current year. Similarly, the last is subscriptions received in 2016. जिस ईयर के आप अकाउंट्स बना रहे हैं उसी ईयर में अगर आपको एडवांस सब्सक्रिप्शन मिलता है, इट मीन्स दैट दिस एडवांस सब्सक्रिप्शन इज फॉर द नेक्स्ट फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2017. then logically this is not the income of current year, and if it is not the income of current year but I have received it, so what I should do basically, I should not treat this in income and expenditure. वहाँ तो treat नहीं करेंगे. This everything has been treated in रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट, बिकॉज रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट को कोई मतलब नहीं है कि वो इनकम करंट ईयर की है या वो इनकम प्रीवियस ईयर की है या वो इनकम फॉलोइंग ईयर की है. उन्होंने ये देखा बस इतना इतना कैश आया, got it, but they are not at all concerned with this fact. But we have to make all the corrections while making income and expenditure account, because it records the expenses of revenue nature and of current year itself. So in this year I have received subscriptions of rupees 70,000 which belongs to current year only, so I have added. Now in the receipt and payment वहाँ भी ऐसा हुआ कि they have treated all these as an expense of this year only, or sorry, the income of this year itself. So they have done all these adjustments, so that we need to correct it. Please do have a look meanwhile. So now after treating all this, it would be 62830. The total I have written here. Now in this question only, it is mentioned that apart from income and expenditure account, we have to show some extracts of balance sheets also. Now see how. If I make balance sheet here, opening balance sheet, suppose, then what would be its date? The financial year starts on 1st April 2015. It means that this year must have ended on 31st March 2015, because on the next day itself the new financial year starts. Now subscription outstanding in 2015, लास्ट ईयर में जो सब्सक्रिप्शंस आउटस्टैंडिंग होंगी मींस वो इनकम लास्ट ईयर अभी रिसीव नहीं हुई होगी, उनके लिए तो वो इनकम एक एसेट बन जाती है बिकॉज सून दे आर गोइंग टू रिसीव इट. सो आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शंस ऑफ द लास्ट ईयर will be shown in the balance sheet like in the balance sheet of last year only, चाहे हम उसे ओपनिंग बोल रहे हैं बिकॉज इसी के नेक्स्ट डे आपका फाइनेंशियल ईयर स्टार्ट हो जाता है. दिस इज द क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट ऑफ द प्रीवियस ईयर but the opening balance sheet of the current year. This is the closing balance sheet of the year 2015, 31st March 15, but on the next day our new financial year starts, so I call this as opening balance sheet of this financial year, but otherwise this is the closing balance sheet of the previous financial year. Got it? So previous financial year में इतना subscription outstanding था. Got it? Now अगर ये outstanding था means उन्हें रिसीव नहीं हुआ but उन्होंने अपनी इनकम तो ट्रीट की होगी, तो उन्होंने इस इनकम को अपना क्या ट्रीट किया, एसेट. अगर एसेट ट्रीट किए तो वो एसेट साइड पर शो करेंगे आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शन रुपीज 17,000. नेक्स्ट इज आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शंस ऑफ मार्च 2016. अब 16 की आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शंस हैं तो वो ऑब्वियस सी बात है वो 16 की बैलेंस शीट में ही शो होना चाहिए. तो आपने यहाँ बैलेंस शीट बनाया closing balance sheet 31st March 2016. Now this is the outstanding subscription of the current year. It means it is an asset for us because we have assumed that soon we are going to receive this money, so it has to be shown on the asset side of our balance sheet. So you are going to write here outstanding subscriptions 11250. Then the next is subscriptions received in advance in 2015. Now suppose if you have received some subscriptions as an advance in the previous year, so you know this thing very well that all the advance incomes are the liabilities. I hope all these rules we have already done in class 11. Advance incomes are liabilities. वो liabilities होती हैं, तो आप यहाँ लिखेंगे advance subscriptions of the previous year, that is 3250. Similarly, we have also received advance subscriptions of rupees 4670 in this financial year. Now this income belongs to next financial year, so it becomes a liability for us. So we also have to show this on the liability side, and the amount will be advance subscription. It should be 4670. So this is how we have to show the subscriptions, and we have to calculate the subscriptions. There are more cases which are based on subscriptions only, its calculation and accounting treatment, which I am going to discuss now. But I am just hoping that this concept is clear to you. All the concepts of 11 you have to recall. Only then you will be able to solve these questions. Thank you. Now let us discuss some more numericals from the chapter NPO, and the topic will be calculation and accounting treatment of subscriptions. So you may take out your books, even it is on page number 6.17, illustration number 7. Please read it. It is given you that recipient payment account of Young Association disclosed that it has received subscriptions of rupees 2 lakh on March 31st, 16. Now as they have received subscription on March 31st, 2016, it means that our financial year is 1st April 15 to 31st March 16. As I told you that this is going to be the very important information for us. Now we have received subscription of rupees 2 lakh. Now this receipt is shown in receipt and payment account. It means you should now get an idea by now that if this amount is mentioned in receipt and payment account, then might be in this 2 lakh incomes of previous year and current year is added, and even advance incomes also. ऐसा हो सकता है because receipt and payment account is not at all considered with, or you may say not at all bothered about anything. So it means it is quite possible that in this rupees 2 lakh, some part of income of the previous year and some part of income of the following year is there. So we need to treat it accordingly before showing it in income and expenditure account. Now one more thing is mentioned here, that subscriptions outstanding is given to you. Outstanding subscriptions is rupees, and that too on the date as on 1st April 15. It means that these are the outstanding subscriptions of the previous year. It is rupees 5,000, and it is mentioned that out of this 5,000, rupees 3,500 we have received in 2015-16. Now let me explain first of all this point. Last year the subscription outstanding was rupees 5,000. Outstanding subscription of last year means that this income of rupees 5,000, it belongs to previous year. But in the previous year we could not receive this 5,000. But as per the rule, this income must have been treated last year itself. Last year आप 5,000 को add तो कर चुके होंगे income and expenditure में, but आपको just cash में receive नहीं हुआ था. But now in this financial year, it means this year, out of this 5,000 you have received rupees 3,500. It means that this 2 lakh includes this rupees 3,500 also, because we have received a part of this rupees 5,000. Now next is given to us subscriptions received in advance. Now advance subscriptions are given to you. Advance subscriptions of 31st March 2015, 3,000, and 31st March 2016, 4,100. This we have already received. Okay, so now we have to show if outstanding subscriptions of 2016 is, if outstanding subscription for 2015 is this, and the next is case B. Case B is subscriptions outstanding as on 31st March 16 is 6400. Now question I have written on the board. Now see how it's now how we have to go about it. These are two different cases and it really means a lot. You need to understand its meaning because the accounting treatment really varies. Now see how. First of all, if I talk about case A, then you know that subscriptions has to be shown in income and expenditure account. You know that we have to show it here. Now these subscriptions are incomes, so it has to be shown on the credit side. See, subscriptions of rupees 2 lakh you have received this year, so you have to write by subscription rupees 2 lakh. Then subscriptions outstanding 5,000. This point I have already explained you that out of 5,000, 3,500 we have already received, but this is not the income of the current year, so you need to subtract rupees 3,500. Then the next is advance subscriptions of 2015. Advance subscriptions of 15 is the income of the current year, so logically you need to add rupees 3,000 in this financial year. But the advance subscription of this year 16 becomes the income of the next financial year, so it should not be treated, right? So you need to subtract this from 2 lakh because in this 2 lakh everything is included. Got it? Now outstanding subscriptions for 2016. अब इस ईयर की आउटस्टैंडिंग कितनी है? 6400. अब इस ईयर की आउटस्टैंडिंग है but income belongs to current year only. No, whether received in cash or not, you have to assume it as your income only. So I have done the accounting treatment. Got it? Now if I talk about case B, then also I have to make the extract of income and expenditure account. Now let's see how I'm going to treat. First of all, everything will remain same. That subscriptions received rupees 2 lakh. That everything will remain same. By subscriptions 2 lakh. Then again 3,500. You know you have received this year, but this income is of previous year. So logically you need to subtract. Then advance incomes will be added of the previous year. Advance income of the current year will be subtracted. Now the last change. Here in the case 2, the word mentioned is outstanding subscriptions as on 2016 is 6,400. Here the word as on is mentioned. See, otherwise it doesn't make any sense, but from the book point of view of the book and from the point of view of the examination, now you have to note 2 points. ध्यान से सुनिएगा, ध्यान से लिखिएगा. फर्स्ट केस में देखिए क्या लिखा है. आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर 2016. इट मीन्स कि 2016 की आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शन 6,400. नेक्स्ट है आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शन एज ऑन 2016. अब यहाँ पर वर्ड एज ऑन आ जाता है. सो हियर एज ऑन में ये एज्यूम करके चलते हैं कि वो इस एज ऑन में मीन्स वो इस 6,400 में प्रीवियस ईयर की आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शंस भी इंक्लूड करके चल रहे हैं. मीन्स देखिए कैसे. 5,000 लास्ट ईयर की आउटस्टैंडिंग थी एंड यू हैव रिसीव्ड ओनली 3,500 दिस ईयर. इट मीन्स 1,500 इज येट टू बी रिसीव्ड. अब तक आपको लास्ट ईयर के 1,500 रिसीव नहीं हुए. सो इफ द वर्ड एज ऑन इज मेंशन्ड नो, सो दे एज्यूम कि इस 6,400 में प्रीवियस ईयर के 1,500 भी इंक्लूडेड. तो एक्चुअली इफ आई वुड लाइक टू नो the outstanding subscriptions of the current year, then I have to subtract this 1,500. I repeat, why? Because I told you, देखो अगर हम ये चीज़ एज्यूम नहीं करते तो आप इस 6,400 को यहाँ ऐड कर देंगे. केस ए में क्या था, आपने पूरा 6,400 ऐड किया because we believe that this 64 is the income of the current year only, but which is outstanding. Got it? But in this case, in the 6,400, this 1,500 is already included. But आप ये देखो, ये 1,500 तो इस 5,000 का पार्ट है. और जैसे हम आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शंस करंट ईयर में ऐड करते हैं, तो ये 5,000 तो लास्ट ईयर ऐड हो चुका होगा, तो उसमें ये 1,500 भी लास्ट ईयर ऐड हो चुका होगा. then why I should add 6400 here again? Because अगर हम पूरा 6400 ऐड करेंगे तो ये 1500 भी ऐड ऑन हो जाएगा, बट ये 1500 तो ऑलरेडी लास्ट ईयर ऐड हो चुका. I repeat what I said. See, if the word as on is mentioned, then we believe that in this subscription, the outstanding subscription of the current year and outstanding subscription of the previous year, if any, is already included. Now we know that last year outstanding was 5,000. It means 5,000 must have been added. Out of 5,000, this year we have received 3,500. So which I have subtracted, because ये last year तो add हो चुके हैं ना, चाहे cash में income नहीं आएगी. So I need to subtract it because this is not the income of the current year. Got it? अब still 1,500 is left. Now in this 6,400, 1,500 of the previous year is already included. But this 1,500 is not the income of the current year. It is the income of the previous year जो पहले ही add हो चुकी है. So logically the outstanding subscriptions of the current year is 4,900. So I need to add 4,900 here. This is just the difference of the words. If the word as on is mentioned, then you need to go like this. But if the word simply for is mentioned, then you have to do the question this way. So I hope this thing is clear to you all. Thank you.